Is cannabis really as harmless as many believe? It's a question that's becoming increasingly relevant in today's world. With legalization spreading rapidly across the globe and cannabis use rising steadily, particularly among younger demographics, it's time to look beyond the hype and examine the potential implications more closely. As cannabis becomes more accessible than ever before, readily available in various forms, we must ask ourselves, are there hidden health risks associated with its use, risks that we might not be fully aware of? And more specifically, what impact does cannabis have on our hearts and overall cardiovascular health? New research is raising concerns and prompting scientists to investigate further about how cannabis might affect our cardiovascular system, potentially impacting its function and long-term health. Could this benign plant, often perceived as harmless, be quietly impacting the delicate network of blood vessels throughout our bodies? Could it be affecting the very vessels that keep our heart strong and functioning optimally? As cannabis products become more potent, with increasingly higher concentrations of THC, clear, evidence-based information is more important than ever to guide responsible use and inform public health policies. In this video, we'll break down the latest science and delve into the complexities of this topic on cannabis and its potential effects on your blood vessels, exploring the current understanding and ongoing research, so you can make informed choices about your health and well-being, armed with the latest scientific insights. Let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of cannabis and cardiovascular health. Meet the endothelium, the thin, vital lining inside your blood vessels. It produces nitric oxide, a molecule that keeps vessels relaxed and blood flowing smoothly. The endothelium also prevents unwanted clots and controls what enters and leaves your bloodstream. When this lining malfunctions, a condition called endothelial dysfunction, it's an early warning sign for heart disease. Dysfunction means less nitric oxide, stiffer vessels, and more inflammation, setting the stage for atherosclerosis. If plaques rupture, they can block blood flow, causing heart attacks or strokes. Protecting your endothelium is key to long-term heart health. So, how does cannabis, specifically THC, affect your blood vessels? Studies show THC binds to CB1 receptors on endothelial cells, disrupting their normal function. This reduces nitric oxide production, making vessels less able to relax and increasing cardiovascular strain. THC also promotes inflammation and oxidative stress, two major drivers of heart disease. These effects occur whether cannabis is smoked or eaten, pointing to THC as the main culprit. Over time, these changes can add up, silently damaging your cardiovascular system. The science is clear. THC isn't as harmless to your blood vessels as many think. So, what does all of this mean for real people, for you and me, in our everyday lives? It's easy to get lost in the scientific jargon and statistical analyses, but let's break it down and understand the potential implications. Large-scale studies, involving thousands of participants, are increasingly linking regular cannabis use to a significantly higher risk of experiencing serious cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes. And this isn't just a concern for older populations. These risks are showing up, even in younger adults, those in their 20s and 30s. The risk isn't limited to those with pre-existing heart conditions or other known cardiovascular vulnerabilities. Young, frequent users who might otherwise consider themselves healthy may also be surprisingly vulnerable to these adverse effects. The underlying mechanisms involve damage to the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels, and the promotion of chronic inflammation throughout the cardiovascular system. These subtle but significant changes can accumulate over years of regular use, gradually raising your lifetime risk of heart disease and stroke. It's important to remember that cannabis potency, the concentration of THC and other cannabinoids, and individual usage patterns vary widely from person to person. But despite these variations, the overall trend emerging from the research is clear. The more frequently and heavily you use cannabis, the higher the potential risk of experiencing negative cardiovascular consequences. While ongoing research continues to explore the complexities of this relationship, the long-held idea that cannabis is completely safe, especially when it comes to your heart health, just doesn't hold up under scientific scrutiny. Therefore, increased awareness of these potential risks and a healthy dose of caution are essential, particularly as cannabis use becomes increasingly common and socially accepted across various demographics. The growing body of evidence strongly urges us to take these potential cardiovascular risks associated with cannabis use seriously and make informed decisions about our health. The effects of THC on our cardiovascular system are a growing concern. Is there any way to protect your blood vessels from THC's potentially harmful effects? Can we mitigate the risks and safeguard our heart health? Early research points to genistein, a naturally occurring compound found in soy, as a possible shield. This intriguing molecule is present in various soy products, from tofu to edamame, and it's capturing the attention of researchers. In carefully controlled lab studies, genistein helped prevent THC from reducing the vital production of nitric oxide. It also showed promise in preventing the increase of oxidative stress in delicate endothelial cells, which line our blood vessels. It appears that genistein may work by blocking THC from effectively binding to CB1 receptors, the very receptors that trigger these adverse effects. By interfering with this binding process, genistein could be stopping the harmful cascade of events before it even starts, offering a proactive layer of protection. But it's crucial to remember that these findings are still preliminary. The evidence we have is mostly derived from cell and animal studies, and we need to be cautious when extrapolating these results to humans. Therefore, simply eating more soy isn't a proven fix or a guaranteed method of protection against THC's effects. Nevertheless, genistein's potential to interact with the cardiovascular system opens new doors and provides exciting avenues for future therapies and targeted interventions. More rigorous and comprehensive research, including human clinical trials, is absolutely needed before we can confidently make any definitive recommendations. Still, this early research is a promising lead in the ongoing quest to understand and protect our heart health in the face of various environmental and lifestyle factors. The takeaway? Cannabis isn't risk-free for your heart, especially with regular use. Understanding the science empowers you to make smarter choices about your health. Consider your personal risk factors and talk openly with your healthcare provider. Stay curious. Science is always evolving, and new findings can change what we know. Being proactive and informed is the best way to protect your cardiovascular health. Knowledge is power. Use it to make decisions that support your long-term well-being. Keep questioning, keep learning, and take care of your heart.